When the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Welcome to PPI Recording Studio, nestled in the cradle of New York City. Thank you, Mr. Chip Parisi on the castanet. Welcome to the first weekly episode for the month of December 2022 for Dedication Post-Isolation YouTube series, because we're getting it out to the nation and beyond. First photo you see come up today is a thank you to all our YouTube channel subscribers. Now to subscribe to the channel, it's very easy, quick, and simple to join us. As you're watching today's episode, lower right-hand corner of your screen, you see a red button. You click on to that red button, please. That's it. You're subscribed. Hence, you get notified when I post a new episode to this particular YouTube channel. You'll never miss an episode, especially for next week, because April, December 12th, 2022. Next week, I have a guest here, and that's Alexander Frederick, jazz vocalist and pianist. We're going to do some holiday music together, and we're going to talk about a new indie documentary that Alex is going to be in at the end of this year. So you don't want to miss the episode. Next photo you're going to see come up today, and that's a thank you to the very enthusiastic crowd that came out yesterday, was in the audience for the December 4th, 2022 Amani Project 142 co-collaborative holiday showcase concert. It really was a rousing success. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and people really dug it. People really enjoyed it. We had people on their feet. I gave out horns for one of the tunes. People were blowing party horns. It was really a lot of fun. Very, very cool. So thank you, everyone that came out and supported the concert. It's very much appreciated. Next photo you're going to see come up today. And by the way, Amani will be performing this Saturday, December 10th, at 8 p.m. at Watchung Arts Center in Watchung, New Jersey. So the next photo you're going to see come up today, thank you, Chip. Next photo is for a thank you to John Mural, owner of Absolutely Phenomenal Video in South Norwalk, Connecticut. In the text description area, I'll have a link to the website, also their telephone number, and also the address for John's shop. Now, John helped out tremendously for the photos you're going to see today because he digitized them from a slide, converted them to digital format. So thank you so much, John, for your support. We've been supporting Take Two, Absolutely Phenomenal Video now for probably well in a year and a half, not only on Project 142, but also this YouTube series. Last photo you're going to see come up today for this intro, and that's a nonprofit organization called Gotham Whale. We're going to be talking about the ocean today, so it's perfect to talk about Gotham Whale very briefly. In the text description area, I have a live link to their web address, Facebook page, and also their YouTube channel. Gotham Whale had a wonderful summer with all the activity of whales and dolphins right around here in the New York waters. So we've been supporting Gotham Whale for the last 6 months on Project 142, social media, and also this YouTube channel. So thank you, Paul Cishuerta, the founder of Gotham Whale, for his support. Next photo you're going to see come up today, and this is a Project 142 logo. Project 142 website is www.project142.org. Our Facebook page is Project 142 NYC. And our event calendar is www.project142.org/calendar. Now, on the calendar, we support organizations such as Gotham Whale Marketing. We also support small businesses such as Absolutely Phenomenal Video. And we support artists such as Alexander Frederick, who's going to be a guest right here. So Project 142 is the sponsor of the Dedication Post-Isolation YouTube series. It was founded and created by, meaning Project 142, retired minister right here in New York City, Reverend Dick Leonard. Now, Dick opened up his home in 2010 to artists and musicians to come in and perform. He didn't charge for the space. It was really wonderful. He had sandwiches, he had a little wine, he had a little beer, he had a little soda, he had ice cream sandwiches. It was really terrific. That was how it started. It's blossomed from there. Dick recruited me to be involved with Project 142 and organizing and taking it to the next level, if you will. I created the website, I created the logo for it, and now we're into almost 3 years of doing a video format for Dedication Post-Isolation Project 142. So we sponsored live events in New York City up until March 2020. Many were at the Domeno Center here in New York. And of course, that all came to a screeching halt. Put the thinking cap on. We came up with this idea, created it, and put the wheels under the bus and started Dedication Post-Isolation right here at PPI Recording Studio, April 28, 2020, with the help of Mr. Chip Fabrizi. And we just keep on trucking.
Thank you.
We just keep on trucking. So for today's Project 142 episode, this is the third one for the calendar year 2022. I did the first one as a lark, just putting it out there. People really enjoyed it. We did our second episode, Underwater Photography, September 14, 2022. I'll have the link in the text description area if you've not seen it. And that was for photos of Hawaiian island critters around the islands. But today I'm doing biodiversity in the ocean because the planet where we live, planet Earth, is comprised of the surface, that is, approximately 70% water. And out of that 70%, 96 or so percent is saline water. That's a lot of salt water. So no matter where you go, whether it's swimming, strolling, diving, scuba diving that is, or snorkeling, whatever the case may be, conveyance that you do, water skiing, there's a tremendous amount of life. It's a whole tapestry of life that's underneath the waves. No matter where you go, it could be different critters, it doesn't matter. And it all happens every day. It's been going on for millions of years. So we're going to bring that to your living room, so to speak, with some of the underwater photography that I've shot in some of the corners of the globe. The first photo we're going to show today, and we're taking you to the Sea of Cortez off the coast of the Baja Peninsula down in Mexico. And this is a chocolate chip sea star. Incredible as it may look, it is a real sea star, and otherwise known as a starfish, and it is real. It looks like a big chocolate chip cookie, hence that's why it's named. Absolutely gorgeous critter. So we're going to get back into the transporter here, get Chip to zoom us over to back to the north to now Long Island Sound. Now Long Island Sound, local water, right? So Long Island Sound is actually an estuary. It has two land masses that border it, Long Island, which is part of the state of New York, Connecticut on one side. It's open on one end up by the Rhode Island border of Connecticut, open the other end right down here in New York City. Tides change twice a day, comes in and goes out, goes east to west and west to east, east to west, west to east. And that's how the water changes with the tidal flow. Approximately a 6-foot tidal change every time the tide changes, which is pretty incredible. So the first photo we're going to show today for the Long Island Sound is this particular sea star. It's called a blood sea star. Absolutely gorgeous. Most people think because it's a mud bottom that there's not a lot of beauty under there. I beg to differ, and this particular photo certainly drives that home. Now the sea star that you see here, the blood sea star, is probably about the size of a quarter, not very big, and what's very cool about sea stars is that you could lop off, not that you want to, 1 or 2 or 3 of those arms and they will regenerate. It's a fascinating aspect of life. So we're going to segue to the next photo. We're still in Long Island Sound, and this is a turbulent, because they go by the wave action and they go by the currents, but this is the turbulent life of a jellyfish. This is a lion's mane jellyfish in Long Island Sound. Now, lion's mane jellyfish, they typically will grow maybe from medusa, meaning the bell, down to the tip of tentacles about maybe a foot. In other parts of the world, they'll actually grow 7 feet and longer. They get huge, from the medusa down to the tip of the tentacles. Now, what people usually refer to jellyfish as, they get stung by a jellyfish, and those tentacles, there's a little harpoon, it's called a nematocyst, and what happens is when you rub up against a tentacle, it fires that nematocyst right into your skin, or a fish particular if it's trying to get a prey. So that's what you're feeling, and that's what you're getting. Some jellyfish have toxins, some not. There's a particular jellyfish off the coast of Australia, for example, called a box jellyfish, and it has a lethal toxin. You definitely don't want to be messing with that. Next photo, we're going to segue and take you now to the waters of Hawaii. And this is a profile, close-up, of a sea turtle. If you're very quiet in the water, I know that sounds a little crazy, but if you're very easy and very still in the water with your movements, that you can actually get so close to it. And I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm getting it down. Point is this sea turtle was sleeping. And I actually got right up to it. You could see the profile. You can actually see the texture of its skin. You could see its eye. Really gorgeous creature. Now, to connect it to the previous photo, jellyfish are main staples of the diet of sea turtles. And what happens is, unfortunately, is if one of these ends up in the water, a plastic bag, and it, like a jellyfish, gets subjected to the currents and to the waves, sea turtles eat this because they think it's jellyfish. And what ends up happening is it gets stuck in their digestive tract, and it can't eat, it can't digest the plastic. It eventually starves to death. It's a very, very slow, painful death. It's agonizing. So hence that's why it's important to do the single band recycling. Definitely got to do that, but also get rid of the plastic bags. We're getting there. But another way to do it is just make sure that these plastic bags, please, are clean, and bring them to a supermarket, bring them to a Home Depot, bring them to a place that recycles them, because it gives them another life and they don't end up in the water column. I'm going to close out today with a photo for the season, and these are Christmas tree tube worms, and we're going to take you down to the coast of Bonaire, which is part of the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao, off of Venezuela in the Caribbean. And this is an absolute gorgeous creature. They're probably about maybe yay big, and these are worms, folks. These are not plants. They look like plants, but they're not. They're actual worms. And what happens is those plumage that you see, as in radials, it's actually not plumage, it's part of the animal. They filter out food, it goes down into its mouth and then right into its stomach. And that orange reddish flap that you see, when they get freaked out by movement in the water, or if they get touched, they're very, very sensitive to that. They'll suck right into their burrow, and that flap closes just like that. And it creates a seal, like closing a door, so a predator can't get in. So I hope you enjoyed those photos today. Any questions, please put a comment in the text area underneath today's video. I'm happy to answer whatever I can. If I can't get the answer for you, I will get the answer for you if I can't answer it myself. And if you're interested in the photos, let me know. Next episode for underwater photography will probably be January or February of next year, so tune in. Now I'm going to close out today with a song for retired Minister Dick Leonard. I have unfortunate news is that Dick passed. Dick passed at age 95, November 25th, 2022, right here in New York City, where he was residing. Take two living, I'm sorry. And Dick has, believe me, because of my relationship with him, he has nothing to regret. He went a happy man. Not that he wanted to go, but he lived a very full life. Wrote a book, was at Selma when the march was going on, was a minister here in New York City for over 40 years, married thousands of people, and had a very successful career. He had a very rich, full life. And created Project 142, and thank you, Dick, for leaving it in my hands. So you're going to see 3 photos as I'm singing this song as we take it out. One is with Claire and Ludd, that Dick was the officiating minister at 1964, and Claire and Ludd are still going, man. Next photo is we celebrated Dick at the Domena Center. 2016 is 89th birthday. I took this photo. I gave him a cake. And the last photo is Dick and I when we met in 2012 in his home, in his apartment, when he was first doing Project 142. I'll walk with God from this day on, His helping hand I'll lean upon. This is my prayer, my humble plea. May the Lord be ever with me. There is no death, though eyes grow dim. There is no fear when I'm near to Him. I'll lean on Him forever, and He'll forsake me never. He will not fail me as long as my faith is strong. Whatever road I may walk along, I'll walk with God. I'll take His hand. I'll talk with God. He'll understand. I'll pray to Him each day to Him, and He'll hear the words that I say. His grace reveals the paths I've tried. God. Now I'll never walk alone while I